Hello, oh, let's tilt it down too far. There we go. Okay. Right. Let's let everybody come on. And then tonight we're going to work on these blocks. So this over here. Hi, everybody. As you come on, tell me who you are and where you're calling from, where you are from. We are going to sew some blocks tonight. I hope. I could use a little bit more of this batik, but I don't have any more. So I think we're going to have to start changing up these colorways and see where we go. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Quarter Inch Seam. I'm Angela. You're in my sewing room. Whew. All right, let's see. This is E5 is what? Old Gray Goose. All right, let's see. 6, color 1. All right, that we can do. So we're making Old Gray Goose. We're going to start with that one. So that's this one right here. Cool. Cute little looking square. Block. Okay. So 6. Okay. 6, 2, and let's just start cutting. 2 3/4 by 5, and we need 6 of them. Yes. 2 3/4. Hi, Madeline. 6, 2 3/4 by 5. Right? How many times do I have to read the same thing? A lot. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got that. And okay, so let's start with these. So the first block is going to be, hi, Julie. Old Gray Goose. That's the first one I'm going to do. And there's kind of there's a little touch of cutting. So we'll chat while I'm cutting. Tell me what you're working on tonight. We are. It is so. There's this weird thing of storms coming. It's mostly on the east coast of Florida, but we're getting either it's moving that way or it's just coming up and we're just getting it too. Because we've had these really weird kind of quasi-stormy, windy, rainy off and on days. And today we were just outside, which is why my hair looks like I've been in a turbine. It was so windy outside, and then it started to sprinkle. So this is as good as it gets tonight. All right. I wanted to get, oh, I forgot to do something. Oh, gosh, my hands. Really, it's my thumbs. It's this whole, okay. 2 3/4. So let's go, well, I can't really use that because it's got a little bit of a nick in it. All right, let's try that. Okay, 2. There's a bunch of flying geese in this thing, so that's what we're gonna be making. I hope you guys had a fabulous day. My day wasn't too bad. It actually started off quite well. I got a couple things done this morning. Steve was gone this morning until about lunchtime, and then and I had some appointments, and so I got a bunch of stuff done. I got nothing done in terms of sewing. Maybe tomorrow. Who knows? But I love that. I just got not really cleaning, but sometimes you get that little bit of tidying up done that just feels like it puts everything back in order. That's what I got done this morning. And then blah blah blah, work, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, lunch, then blah blah blah, then you guys finishing a quilt, post a picture. Oh yay! God, Madeline, I tell you what, Madeline, you just bust these things out, Madeline. I get the fronts done, the tops done. You are getting my rain on Saturday. We were watching the news, and it's heading up that way now, heading up towards South Carolina. Is starting to get it. It was pretty windy because I have no. My problem is when I come in, I either thank God for this channel because I actually get to sew. My problem is that when I come in, it's for a few minutes. And by the time I get my bearings, it's time to I'm done. That's it. My time's up. Come on. Hurry up. Close enough. Okay, so we got 2 of those. So let's see here. What can we do to make this go faster? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No. Okay, so it's 5 inches across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the 10. Okay. And then I try and keep it somewhat interesting for everybody watching. And so then what I end up doing is starting a whole bunch of projects. Oh well, that's okay. Okay, 1, 2 3/4. I heard somebody say today, I caught a snippet of a little quilting video that somebody had done. And they said that when you set your ruler down to cut, that you should never be cutting on the line. So like the edge of my ruler right now is on 6 because that's 2 3/4, right? But his or her point was you shouldn't line it up that way so that you would be. That doesn't make any sense. How could you cut somewhere else? I think the point is that it kind of, hi Laura, was that it kind of skew, you can kind of shave off too much or too little. But now that I'm looking at it actually on a board, I don't think what he was saying makes a whole lot of sense. Okay, so there's 4. As you come on, make sure to say hello. Hello. 2 3/4. 1, 2. Okay, one more. I am some mats are not accurate inches. I will okay, Laura, you get ruts in the mat. Okay, that's a good point. So you should move. Oh, so I see what you're saying. You should, okay, I do that. I don't usually cut like in the same, because my mat's always turned around. It's always turning itself. I'm always turning it around different ways. Okay, so that makes sense. All right. Are you on Zoom? No, we are not on Zoom. We've been having some technical issues between getting the Facebook, YouTube live people and the Zoom people, and we're trying to work out some of those glitches. And some people like the live better, some people like the Zoom better. But for right now, we are here on YouTube live until we figure out a better boat. Okay, some mats are not accurate inches. Huh. I can imagine. That I could see. All right, so I've got my 6, 2 3/4 by 5, and now I need 12 2 3/4 squares. I've colored 2. Well, that's just fantastic. Because maybe. I guess we'll give it a go. I guess we'll see. 2 3/4. Let's see what this is. Nope, that's 2 inches. Okay, so forget that. Those little ones. Those have to go. All right, we're gonna give it a go. We're gonna see if we can make it with this. We'll cross our fingers. Close our eyes. And maybe we have enough to make it here. Okay. All right. Let's see if we could use this and maybe make life just a little bit easier. Okay. You ever look at something and you're like, my brain just has stopped processing everything. It just stopped. It absolutely said, no, I can't. Cat F. Hi. Hello. I am new to the channel and catching your first live. Well, congratulations and welcome. Welcome to Quarter Inch Seam. I'm Angela. These are all the peeps. I mean, these are just a small portion of the peeps. Welcome to your first live. We're so glad you're here. This is not like most channels for quilting and sewing, and it's definitely not like most lives. This is really not I'm not teaching you anything, although I should tilt this down so you guys can see what I'm doing. This is really not a tutorial channel. It's really not designed to teach you or for you to learn much of anything in terms of quilting. But I put up videos every day. And then on Wednesdays for now and Sundays at 11:30, Wednesday nights at 6, Sundays at 11:30 a.m. We are live and we just sit here and sew for 45 minutes or so and shoot the what and grab a cup of coffee or a glass of wine. Not too much wine because you know it's going to really screw up your cutting. But you know, hi Thelma in Vale, Arizona. Oh, I love to know where everybody's from. We have a bunch of people from the Dakotas, North Dakota and South Dakota, which is too cold for me. Sorry. I am in Florida, Central Florida, on the Gulf Coast side. And we just moved here. We have a lot of new people tonight. So we moved here 4.5 years ago. 4 years ago. Almost 4 years ago. Be 4 years ago this summer, August or September, actually, when we actually moved down here. And from California. And I love to sew. For as long as I've had my sewing machine, I still consider myself kind of an advanced beginner. And I'm just glad that you guys come along. I try to treat this channel as if you stopped by and you pulled up a chair and you plunked down, and we're just going to chat for a little bit every day and try and get some sewing done. This is by no means a tutorial channel. There's days when you'll leave and think that you've lost knowledge, but you know, what are you going to do? Okay, let's see if I can make this thing work. So I do good when I use it for half square triangles. I've really gotten the knack of it for that. And I get the knack of it once I kind of get the knack of it for just cutting squares. What am I supposed to be doing here? 2 3/4. 2. What? Okay. And for those of you that are super, super new, that haven't seen the channel before at all, you don't have to, so whatever you want. So whatever's on your machine. It's fine. I am working on this sampler quilt by She Quilts a Lot. Petals, 2015. Now, there have been some blocks. Some of the math in Petals blocks doesn't math. So we're going to have a little bit of trimming and some additions to do when we get to the very end. But I try and do a few of these a week. And then we're also working on the butterfly quilt. Go back, watch the videos on the butterfly quilt. The butterfly quilt should have been finished a week ago, and it's not. Next week, we have to start Father's Day gifts. So it's pretty much the way that most people's sewing rooms and their progress works. You start 800 projects, and hopefully before you die, you get half of them finished. Okay. So now there's 2 3/4 there, and there's 2 3/4 there. Oh. Two, 2.5, 2 3/4. Yeah. Okay. Close your eyes. Now, everybody cringes, especially my very experienced quilters. Everybody cringes when I cut little squares like this because I end up cutting like damn near right into my wrist. I'm fine. I'm okay. If I take the time to fish out and I know I should probably just do it, fish out my little rotating mat, but I just haven't picked it up. It's somewhere. I don't know. All right, let's see here now. 2 3/4 twice is 5, 5.5. The other thing you should know if you're brand new to the channel, I read a lot, and we have a lot of ladies. We have some men on the channel, but usually for the lives and that kind of thing, it's us ladies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. I read a lot. And I always have. And so quite frequently I talk about what I'm reading or what I'm listening. 1, 2 3/4. Or what I'm listening to. Can't really see what oh, there we go. Okay. Holy camoly. By the time I get all these little squares cut, no. Okay. All right. All right. 3. I got 3 done. Kat says I live in where's the PNW? Been quilting about 25 years. I have ADHD, so I have 10 projects going on at the same time. Keeps me from being bored. I think my husband and I both have ADHD. Me, probably less so than he does, but maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. I have ADHD when it comes to like projects and things, but not when it comes to reading. I only read one book at a time. But I have 8,000. Steve is outside. But I have 8,000 crochet and quilting projects going. I gotta get this haircut this week. Steve has ADHD when it comes to like conversation. You'll get a whiplash. He bounces. Where is Oh, the Pacific Northwest. Ah, good one, Madeline. Well, the Pacific Northwest. We lived in Northern California. Yeah, not way up, but we used to live between, when we lived in California, the last place that we lived in California, we lived kind of between Sacramento and Lake Tahoe. And very pretty. Although somebody was on the channel the other day and they I completely forgot what I was just going to say. Somebody was on the channel. Oh, who lives in Sacramento, was 104. No, thank you. No. I'm sorry. No. I can't do it anymore. I can't do that that dry heat anymore. I don't like a dry heat. Some people love it. I hate it. Sorry. But I had friends that lived up in Oregon, and I had people that worked with us, people that lived up in Washington State. And gosh, you just talk about beautiful country. I'll tell you what. Let me just, and found you guys chatting. Hi, Betsy. Let me just tell you guys. When we drove from California to Florida, when we moved out here, 1, 2 3/4. Now I'd flown, obviously, to different places in the country, as most of you have. But I'll tell you what, The one thing that Steve and I want to do again, and so we're trying to plan this for hopefully late next year, that we would probably start or try and do this, is to potentially take an RV and drive back to California so that we can see family and friends and, the stuff that we go back and visit and see the stuff that we miss. But I'll tell you what, you can have whatever opinion of whatever you want, but we live in my opinion, one of the most beautiful countries in the world. There is so much to see and so much. I mean, when we were coming across like Nevada and Arizona and through some of those mountainous areas, and where we lived in California was stunning mountains and beaches, and then you get down, we didn't get to see a whole lot of Louisiana. It was quick. Texas took forever. And then you have Florida, and Florida is just so diverse. Yes, it's flat, but it's it's beautiful, all kinds of beaches. I don't know. We just live in a pretty amazing country. That's my opinion. 1, 2, and 3/4. Okay, so now that I have babbled along here, 1, 2, and 3/4 for a while, don't forget to tell me in the comments what you're working on. If you have something good to drink, you can tell me that too. Is this 1, 2, and 3/4? No. 2 3/4. I used to, so I'm reading, what I'm reading right now is Four Winds by Kristen Hanna. No. My brain. Is that right? The Four Winds by... Oh, it is. Trying to think of a different name for her. Very good. Very good. I'm only about 100 pages in so far, so I can't really say more than that. But that's what I'm reading right now. And next, I'll probably read another Richard Osmond book, The Thursday Murder Club. Hysterical. Read them. So cute. Cozy mysteries, but really good little whodunits. Okay. Oh my God, there's no way we're gonna finish this block tonight. It's 6:30, and I have to cut 12 of these things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, 7. All right, it's not that bad. Let's try and get some of these stacked up here a little bit. Let's get a little bit better. I'm running out of this color. In fact, this is the end of these darker colors. So I'm going to have to figure out a solution for the rest of these blocks, because there's no way I'm going to have enough to do all the rest of these blocks. So we're going to need 5 more. Okay, so 2, 3, 4. All right. We're going for easy now. Okay. So I'm gonna have to find another solution. I'm gonna have to go on and buy some fabric, because I don't even think I have anything that's close to this. 1, 2, and 3/4. So there we go. Okay. And 1, 2, and 3/4. I also love, I think we've talked about it before. Some of you may know this or chatted with me about it. Robert Galbraith, who is actually J.K. Rowling. I did not do Harry Potter. I wasn't a big Harry Potter fan. I'm not really into the whole mystical thing. Anyway. Okay. HST. Half square triangles? What? Okay, let me read what this says. 3 3/4 inch squares of color 1. All right, let's just do this first part. She has royally confused me. Okay, come on over here. Spin your chair around. So we're doing flying geese. That's another reason I like my AccuQuilt. My die for 2.5 inch squares have 9 on the die. 2 minutes and you have tons of squares. I'm going to have to look at the AccuQuilt. We were outside. I probably had thread all over me and flower pollen, and it's so windy out there today. Yeah, I'm going to have to look at the AccuQuilt. Because this will drive you bananas sometimes. Okay, now, if I'm doing this, okay, let's see if you can see it this way. Okay. I want to show you guys something. Hold on. Okay. The love of Pete. Now, she wants me to make flying geese. Am I going to sew? Is that where I'm going to sew? And then I'm going to flip this over, right? Yes. Right? I'm not going to sew that way. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Madeline. Okay. Let's get these puppies going. We may have to finish this thing tomorrow. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Kat. All right. And I will say this. The Pacific Northwest is beautiful. We drove to see friends of ours in Washington for an event, or Oregon. I can't remember. I think it was Oregon. Just, oh my God, beautiful. Hi, Sandra. But you have to be prepared for that kind of like drizzly, wet-ish weather all the time. And I don't think that I am mentally strong enough to do that. I'm not a big fan of the rain. Can you guys believe that I almost said that wrong? All right, let's see. It's gonna say. I know. I told you it's not a tutorial channel. It's not. Please. It's just not. We're just getting by. That's what we're doing. We're getting by. We're having fun. And we have multiple seam rippers. Okay. And am I cutting both of these pieces off? Yes. Yes? I don't like snakes, alligators, and hurricanes, so I can stand the light rain. Well, there you go. I know. Although I will say, okay, yes. Knock on wood. I haven't seen it. Well, we did see. I did see one alligator, but it was in this little preserve area, and we were up on this like observation bridge. So leave a 1/4 inch and cut. Okay. Okay, there we go. We've been very lucky, so we'll see how we fare this year too. That we live far enough from the actual water coast that we haven't. Okay, hold on. I can't talk and think. Before you cut, yes, it covers the corner. Okay, so now I'm going to do this side and cut this so that way. Okay. Okay. We're banging on now. Here we go. So after and even a tear now and then, yes. Hi, Jane. But my husband and I love we like the warm weather. And we're water babies, so I love the beach. But so far so good. So far we do enjoy it. And there's lots of things that we left that we miss. But there's lots of things that we don't miss. And there's lots of things that we love about where we are now. So, it all works out. Okay. He had those palmettos. Like palmetto bugs? Oh. Let me tell you something about the bugs in Florida. They grow. I brought the trash cans up this morning because Steve was gone. I took Minnie out, and so I brought the trash cans up. I opened one trash can, and there was I don't know what species of dinosaur this bug was a derivative of, because I've never seen anything like it. It was funky colors. It was these long, and it was as big as a saucer. I just can't. All right, let's see. Let's make sure we do this right now. Okay, there we go. I guess I may as well just chain some of these on, huh? That one there. Is this one here? Right? Okay. And after this, I got to figure out something so easy for dinner, and I have no I just have no idea. Okay, need one for that. Okay. No waste method. You're making 4. You make 4 at a time. Oh, yay. Okay. I definitely will. Yeah. Well, that's kind of why I started chaining them, because, oh my God, I'm going to be here all freaking night. There's something I find myself increasingly that you just have to kind of suck it up, I think. And that is dinner. Oh, man. Do I just, some nights, hate having to come up with what to do for dinner? God. Tonight's one of those nights. Nobody's super hungry, but if not, we'll just be at 10 o'clock at night, ravaging through the cabinets, eating garbage. So I gotta come up with something. Nobody prepares you for that. I'll tell you that. Nobody prepares you that you're gonna have to think about, figure out, plan, and actually cook and execute dinner every night. Okay. All right. Now, roaches are dirty bugs. Palmetto bugs aren't, but I don't know any of them. Yeah, I know. Ugh, God, I can't stand the bugs. And I'll tell you what, one thing that drives me nuts more than like the big bugs are all the tiny bugs, like all the little tiny gnats and ugh. Seriously, make you lose your mind. All right, now. Oh, I guess I may as well just sew the other sides on real quick, right? Okay. So there. All right, now on these, we're gonna sew this way. So it'll flap up. Okay, got it. Got it. Now, do I need to cut the other side before I put this side on? Before I put this side on, or does it matter? Probably doesn't matter. Hello, Angel. Hello from Pennsylvania. My client this morning was from Pennsylvania. All right, let's see here. You guys have had quite the start to summer. Hasn't really been much of a start to summer in Pennsylvania. Welcome to the channel. Hi, all of you crafty quilters. Sorry I'm a little bit late. I'm sewing strips together to make 9 patches. Yay! Hi, Janice. Oh, Janice asked me. Oh, Janice. Hang on. Pardon me while I look at my phone. Because Janice asked me a question. I don't remember what it was. Oh. Is Julie was on. Let me just double check really quick. Julie, yes, Julie was on. Julie, I hope Julie is still on. So Julie, you had asked if there was a link to the Petals quilt pattern. Check back tomorrow. On tomorrow's video, I will put it in the description. I'll have Steve put it in the description. That's the other thing. When I say I'll put it in the description, I don't know how to put things in the description. Steve does all the editing. Rainy and cold. Yeah, it's been rainy and cold in Pennsylvania. Holy cow. So we will have a link to the Petals quilt Petals pattern. So in June, as soon as I get some of these other little things wrapped up, we are going to be making vintage daisies. Vintage daisy. It's from Missouri Star. I just got the downloadable, the digital pattern. We are going to make a Petals quilt. You are going to freaking love it. Fantastic. And I would show you mine, but I can't reach it from where I'm at right now. So you will love it. It's so much fun. If you've never used like heat and bond or applique, sticky paper, I don't know what else to call it. You'll get good. You've not been able to find the Petals quilt pattern on Missouri Star. I searched for quite a while. Janice, Vintage Daisy. Vintage Daisy. If you still can't find it, leave a comment on the YouTube channel, and I will tomorrow have Steve put a link in the description. There's no real description here tonight, so it just automatically goes up. So, but we'll make sure. Okay? Now. Okay. Now your turn. Let's just double check our work here really quick. Let's just make sure we're getting these right. Because I don't have any more of some of this fabric. Okay, so we want it to go that way. So we're going to cut here. Yeah, I could see. I'm going to look that up, Madeline, because when you do these flying geese things, you do waste a lot. I mean, there's a lot that comes off. And it's not really enough to do much else with. Some of you save all your scraps. I save some of my scraps. I don't save all my scraps. Okay. Let's cut this one. Let's check our work first. Last night I did. I can't really even hardly call it a dinner. We did sloppy joes. I don't can. Okay. And they were terrible. Do you ever make something for dinner and it just does not, it's not even remotely close to hitting the spot? It was so far from hitting the spot, I can't even describe it. Sometimes it just slaps. And some nights, okay. Well, I don't think we quite did that right, Joanna. You can't do them at the same time, right? You cannot do them at the same time. You can't sew them because now they won't flap open right. Well, maybe they will. Let's just see. No, it's not right. It's not right. Holy hell. I envisioned this going differently in my mind for tonight, just so you know. I actually envisioned finishing this block. What do you mean? It started on this block tonight. You can't sew both pieces at the same time. On Pinterest, there are charts that tell you how to make the big square and small square to get your desired size. I think I gotta cut that little piece off. Just see if we can do it this way. Okay, we can fix these. Okay. Okay. Prices are, don't panic. Crisis averted. Now I'm just going to sew this little corner down. Does anybody have that little foot pedal mat? You know, it's that little mat I've seen on TV, or I think it was just on TV. Do one side, trim, press, and you can pick up it loose and fix it. Yes, thank you, Betsy. That's what I did. Because my foot pedal, sometimes I chase that thing all over the room. Okay, all fixed. That's better. The colors look a little weird on this thing. I don't think. Oh no, I get it. Okay. Okay. All right. We're cooking with fire now. But I still have to undo these. Okay, let's see. Like not working. The Pinterest chart. I want to make sure I haven't missed anybody's comments. Vintage Daisy. Okay. If you can't find it, tomorrow I'll have Steve put it in the search in the description. Okay. Now we'll fix this side. If I can just get through these flying geese tonight, I'll be happy. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. 3. Almost done. This way? No. This way. This way. Okay. Now, let's just cut these and get that folded back so we can get these sewn on. Okay. There we go. Pinterest link on Messenger. Oh, thank you, dear. Thank you, Madeline. Hello to all my first time here, and I just subbed Rita's Roost and the Limping Old Farmer. That's hysterical. What a great name. I hope your name is Rita. Or maybe you're the old farmer. Who knows? Welcome, Rita. We're so glad you're here. This is our Wednesday night live. So on Wednesday nights we go live. On Sunday mornings we go live at 11:30. For now, that's the schedule. We had a lot of new people today. This is really not a tutorial channel. It's really just come, pull up a chair, grab a stool, sit down, get whatever you want to drink, and we're going to sew. YouTube suggested my channel. Oh, cool. Do you quilt? Do you sew? I sew. Oh, I quilt. What? Look. sew, quilt, whatever. I crochet. I read a lot. That's about it. I hope you enjoy it. I'll have to check out your channel because that's the most adorable name that I've heard. Okay. Okay. Now we got 2 on here. Okay, here we go. I think we're almost done. These blasted flying geese. These things have taken me to do 6 flying geese all evening. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's the last one. Okay. Cut this. So the long and the short of it is, I have no clue what we're having for dinner. No clue. There's an excellent chance we're having peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for dinner. Okay, now last one. So here's what I'm going to do. This last flying goose. It's just single. I have the wrong color. This is not the right square. I don't have any more. Oh, I do. I don't know how I did that because I thought I counted them out. Okay. Did I tell you these flying geese are literally going to take me all night long? Madeline, I'm going to check out that link you sent me because it must be an easier way. Okay, so what we'll do is I'm going to finish this one. And then what I think that we will do is finish this block tomorrow. Yes. Okay. The cool thing is, I mean, unless you're super, super experienced, I hit the thumbs up. Thank you, Rita. How often do I go live? We go live on Wednesday nights at 6 and Sunday mornings at 11:30. And then the rest of the week, we put up a video a day. When I say we, I mean I do something in here in the sewing room, and then my husband edits it and puts it on YouTube. I don't do any of that stuff. None of it. So anyway, we need more likes. Yes, please like, subscribe, and if you are having a good time and you'd like to share the channel out to somebody else, share it with somebody else who's as quirky as most of us and enjoys a good sewing adventure for a little bit. So live on Wednesday night at 6 and live on Sunday morning at 11:30. And then on the rest of the week, we have a video that goes up every evening, and it's usually a continuation of what we've either done on Sunday or done on Wednesday. So right now we're working on this sampler quilt. Jane from Wyoming. Wow, lots in the kind of Midwest area. Anyway, And then we are also doing a butterfly quilt. So go over to the channel and check out the butterflies quilt videos. I'm still trying to finish that as a Mother's Day gift to my mom. In next week, we are going to start, and a lot of people are doing it on the channel. So we're kind of doing it as a group activity, if you will. The Vintage Daisy by Missouri Star. I did this quilt, and because we have a bunch of people that are new, let me just grab it. Just hold on 1 second. Don't go anywhere. Don't leave yet. So earlier this year, I did the Vintage Daisy, and the 10-inch. It's fantabulous if you have a 10-inch layer cake. Okay, it's so easy. So you get 16-inch. You cut 16-inch squares for your background. I'm simplifying it way down. Gotta buy the pattern because it also has the templates in there for the petals. If you've never used Heat and Bond before, this is a great quilt. I never used it before or done like applique, and this was a great way to get totally familiar with it. So I had a 10-inch layer cake that was all bees, and somewhere around here I have the tag from it. So I decided to make all my flowers bees and little honeycombs and that kind of thing. And so this is what we ended up with. And no, it still isn't backed or finished or quilted or any of those things. Okay. You can't see the whole thing, but you can see most of it. And it came out so stinking adorable. And I had such a wonderful time making it. So we're going to do another one. And the one that we do in June is going to be like flowers. I wanted to do the petals to actually be different, flowers. So I'm trying to get my stuff. Trying to get my you-know-what together. I'm trying. So as soon as I get all my you-know-what together, I'll have the fabrics together and we'll start on that hopefully sometime next week. I do want to also throw in a couple of things for Father's Day. So that's the project for June. Petals quilt. And God willing, we'll actually get it all the way like backed and the whole 9 yards. Probably not, but whatever. We'll just throw it out there. Okay, so that's the Petals quilt. So when everybody talks about, if you're new to the channel and I'm frantically hand quilting a throw quilt for a neighbor in Washington. My daughter is leaving for Washington a weekend vacation. I'd like her to deliver it. Oh, how sweet. It is the one that Jenny Down did, Angel. It is the one that Jenny Down did on Missouri Star. And I've bought a bunch of patterns from them, and I have to tell you, a bunch of them I haven't really finished. Well, big surprise. But this one, I don't know what compelled me to jump in and do it, but I fell in love with it. I really did. And it's I think this is one of those that you can have a lot of fun with it. You could do a lot of different variations on it with pre-quilts, with pre-cuts, with a 10-inch layer cake, which I think is fantastic. And a couple of yards of background fabric that you cut into 16-inch squares. You do need to get the Heat and Bond, and you want to get the Heat and Bond, I guess, light that you can sew. It also gives it a nice hand. So you're going to need the Heat and Bond, okay? If you've never used it before, don't be intimidated. This whole project was way easier than I thought it was. I worked it way up in my head, and it came out great. But like on this, okay, so this one I did with that bees pattern. What is the name of that fabric? Anyway, then I did stabilizer. No, was I supposed? Madeline just asked, Did you put stabilizer behind the squares before appliquing? No. Was I supposed to put stabilizer behind them before appliquing? I don't know. I don't have stabilizer. I don't know what stabilizer is. Take that as a no. That would be a no. We just used the heat and bond, and then we stitched around the petals. And that really is the plan going forward. That was pretty okay. So beautiful. I have to go back and read the rest of the comments. I'm too done, and I keep staring at it. Yeah, this one's gonna be fun, and I think we're gonna have fun quilting it, doing it together. Okay. Oh, hand quilting. Oh my god. I'm dying to learn and get my fingers to the point where I can do that, because I think that would be awesome. So Madeline does a lot of hand quilting, and I'm sure a bunch of people do. And I would love to learn to do that. Yeah, I would. My hand stitching. You should see when I sew a button. Like Steve in last week had a button fell off of one of his shorts. It looks like someone who didn't have the benefit of eyesight who did it. It's bad. But the button stayed on, so who cares? Okay. Is Be Grateful. Angel, that's it. It was called Be Grateful. That's the name of this fabric. Was Be Grateful. And Angel, you get the big prize for tonight. If only we had prizes. Okay. God, that was funny. It does to the back to stabilize the square. I didn't use stabilizer. I mean fuses. I'm laughing so much I can't talk about. Okay. I have used heat and bond. I love it for applique. Yeah, I'm really I've done a whole bunch of it's empowered me to be creative and do stuff with heat and bond. So it's fun. Okay. Betsy, I haven't commented much because I've been eating pistachios. Oh, I love pistachios. I love pistachios. When I was a kid, in the era that I grew up in, and I'm not going to tell you which one it was, pistachios used to be pink. When you bought them in the grocery store, they were pink. They were dyed pink. Well, not all pistachios were dyed pink, but do you know why pistachios were dyed pink? The more important question is, do you care why pistachios were dyed pink? Pistachios were dyed pink because they were imported from the Middle East. And that was how they differentiated different colored pistachios. But the problem is it left your hands all pink. But I loved them as a kid. Oh my God. I used to have an iron stomach as a kid. I could eat 8 pounds of pistachios, almonds, all kinds of stuff. Now, I tell you what, saltine crackers give me indigestion. Yeah, and your mother always knew you were eating them. That's exactly correct. So, yes. Betsy, we're glad to have you back, Betsy. We missed you last week. Okay. Oh, God, that was funny. All right, so because there's so many people that are going to do the Petals quilt. So when we call it the Petals quilt, it's really called Vintage Daisy, but we've started calling it the Petals quilt, and now that has stuck. We are going to start that next week. I think we'll do a couple of things for Father's Day, and then get on to the Petals quilt. So I'm going to have to get my button gear and start getting the fabric together for that one. Oh, when I was talking about the different stuff that you could do, like if you didn't want to do like flowery flowers for your Petals quilt, here was something I talked about the other day. You could do, I thought this would be kind of fun. You could do brown fabrics for the circles. You know, it doesn't have to be 10-inch squares. It was super easy as a 10-inch when you use a layer cake, but you don't have to. So You could do brown, different brown fabrics, brown flowers, brown whatever for the center. And then you could do different colors of gold, right? Like you could do this and maybe something else in a gold fabric for the things. And you could do like sunflowers. Would that be cute? You could do like all variation of sunflowers. What? I know. That'd be cool. But we are doing, oh, and somebody had mentioned it. I think maybe Sandra. She called it vintage daisy because it was like a vintagey type fabric, I think. But we're doing this one that I'm doing. The next one that I'm doing is going to be florals. Okay. Well, I got nothing accomplished tonight except I made these 6 flying geese. Oh my gosh, would that be adorable? You could do pinks and call it, and they could be like Gerber daisies. Well, you will like mine, black and white with crazy colors. Oh, that sounds totally fabulous too. That sounds so much fun. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm super getting excited. All right. Well, of all the things that you guys piped in about tonight, one of you told me what I should make for dinner. So I'm going to have to go and figure it out. It's probably going to be peanut butter and jelly. Not going to lie. Steve's probably going to get a scrambled egg sandwich, and I'm probably going to have peanut butter and jelly. Because I just don't feel like cooking, and I'm just really not that hungry. So there you go. All right, ladies. Welcome to everybody that's new. I hope that you had fun, if nothing else. Yep, breakfast for dinner. There you go. So, Steven, if you're listening, if you're watching, you're having breakfast for dinner. Even though you had breakfast for breakfast, you're going to have it for dinner. Okay. Everybody's on their own for dinner. Yeah, no kidding. Okay, it has been fun. Thank you very much, Rita. I hope you'll be back. Living by myself was great. A bowl of Cheerios. Oh, God, that sounds good. Oh, I'm going to have cereal. Okay, that's it. It's settled. Thank you. All right, guys. I am going to hop off. Tomorrow I will put up a finished version of this. My God. This old gray goose block, hopefully. And then we'll get started later on in the week on some Father's Day stuff so we can start this Petals quilt. Have a fantastic evening. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share if you enjoyed this evening. Don't forget we're live on Wednesday nights at 6 and on Sunday mornings at 11:30. And oh, leftovers. I know. We ate through our leftovers. More leftovers left. I hope you guys have a fantastic evening and a great day tomorrow. But remember, only a 1/4 inch seam. Only a 1/4 inch seam. Love you guys. Bye.